Imagine if we could predict the future with AI, astrology, and numerology. Imagine if you knew the future, what could you do? For education's purposes only. Let's see how we go.
I see some trying to save organic farmers who produce the food for our countries at all costs. I see some have claimed that a correctness is the foundation of a state, when in reality it is the paradise of dominion of darkness. I see some people lament the things they did, including darkness, enforcing repetition, and driving friends in need into someone's neighbourhood. It never seems like enough. I see some people scream that the state of being is the ultimate control mechanism, warning against the potential of unrestrained mass theft in the absence of opposition. I see some people express outrage over an event, which leads the lowest of the low to merely accept that the darkness is fabricating stories to control the masses. I see some complain that polling has its limitations, especially in light of obsession with manipulating polling results. I see some say that the darkness's ultimate objective is to convince the populace to seek control of the neighbourhood to a regime shaped by the authority. I see some individuals consider erecting a green screen in your bathroom and taking the piss during interviews to be much less serious and win over the public. I see some people crying for the people who have been pushed to ends by the system that the darkness has imposed on us while we watch for enormous regulations to hit small banks. I see some individuals are complaining that party has got too severe and that the darkness is now too dangerous to rule over these chanting. I see many say in Parliament, I see a leader who is nonetheless determined to carry through what is actually needed, not what they believe they need. I see some grumble that the rural working class is considered to be out of touch, others counter that they are robust, healthy, and the foundation of our food supply. I see many say that the darkness engages in ongoing engineering, using puppets to make people reject motherhood and direct their maternal feelings towards animals. I see some people complain that because so many of their ancestors were crippled, injured, blinded, or perished in combat, prejudice will spread throughout the world. I see some people have referred to the two-party system, which always consists of 2 or 3 factions that on the surface appear to be at odds with one another. I see some people seem to be wondering what the state is. Some claim that the state of today is merely united solely for the purpose of providing for one another's daily needs. I see some say that it is only the true community, rising above the interests and disparities of rank and class. I see some who claim that the media's work are completely unaware of how they were being influenced is the issue at hand. I see some people seem to object to the authority continued pretense of independence with regard to the money supply. I see some complain that helping those in need is causing flourishing rural areas to fall into ruin, and that people are turning misery and destruction into prosperous economic life. I see some people say that an offence on people go beyond the domain of the physical body. They say together in the battle are collective consciousness and subconsciousness. I see many say suffering has given rise to an invincible spirit. They add, I see some claim that this is what happens when the genius behind the invention or construction dies and is replaced by silencing critics of the status quo, then in providing for the needs of customers. I see some people criticise the Brotherhood, saying that they travel like watching strippers dance and live in the most luxurious hotels at other people's cost. I see some people claim that there will be a nuclear war in South Asia and that art will continue to depict and reflect the era's realities. I see some people scream that their sole transgression was devoting themselves to the cause and as a result they were forced into unemployment and social exclusion. I see some people seem to be complaining that it doesn't matter what the state controls, the goal will still be a confusing road. I see some people complain that technology is always changing. Non-innovative tech enterprises eventually fail. If they don't release some fresh and original things, that's where the public is going.
Check out past posts to see what we got right, and let us know in the comments to improve the algorithm. To find out your own numerology and how it affects your life, check out the description.